What's up, everyone? Alabama Waters starts now. Now remember, guys, if this is your first episode, I advise you to go back and start from episode 1. It'll make everything tie together. This is the last of practice, the last couple of hours. I'm still trying to dial everything in. I got a couple little things I wanted to go do. We're almost there. We're almost there to tying it all together. The last couple of hours are really going to give me the confidence boost I need to start off the tournament day. I think I have a game plan. I start seeing it and it starts making sense to me. So follow along. I hope y'all enjoy it. Let's start now.
When you think you're shallow, they're even further than that. And I get you're not around. I don't know.
No. I know. That's a giant deal that just happened. I mean, a giant deal. Dude, I ain't freaking had to bite that thing. And the fact that there's more of them. I only need 1 or 2 of those, maybe.
Man, you just do what you gotta do.
Oh, I am. I'm just messing with you, but I'm just saying, like,
I ain't worried about it.
All right, so I was going to go across the lake, and I'm about to, and I saw 1 or 2 other pockets. Now, these pockets don't look the same. They're not as flat. They're a little bit deeper. But maybe I never gave these boat docks enough time, right? And it's a different day. I'm not sure. So I go try a couple of these different pockets. And as you can see, look, they don't look the same as what I was just on. But I'm in speed mode, man. I'm rolling because I know what to look for now, and if it doesn't happen right away, I'm not going to give it much time. So I go through like 2 little pockets like this and never get a bite, right? And so now I'm going, okay, I definitely know what to look for. So I go across the lake. As I get over here.
Is that what you want me to throw?
no, I'm just letting you know.
He's kind of wondering what he should throw, right? And I'm just going. I'm going, and this is the other side of the lake. This is where I'd gotten bit earlier in the day, right off the bat in the morning. I just randomly came over here. I didn't just straight lined it in one of these random pockets. Didn't even care which one it was. I just had a feeling. And I'm just throwing my pad perch, going real quick. Just looking, though. It's stupid shallow. All right, so one just bit, and I'm looking at it. That's how shallow it is. It's like 2 foot. The grass is almost to the surface. You just can't see it.
They're right there. But it goes to show where they're at.
And one blew up and ate it right out there in the open on nothing. But there was 2 of them. Like when it blew up and it spit it out, I could see there was 2 of them.
No one's doing any of this. Or a horny toad, something real subtle.
Oh, you want me to throw? What color? Black?
Probably.
I got a black one.
Huh?
I got a black one.
Put it on, see. What are you gonna put it on?
Like a single hook?
Get a single hook out. Don't worry about that, babe.
All right.
You got a black horny toad?
Yeah.
Okay, throw that. I was gonna say, man, I'll throw a rage bug because it's super subtle.
So now, if you notice, this is how I practice. I don't care about any of this stuff. I don't care about casting at this stuff. I'm not even worried about trying to get bit anymore. I know what I'm looking for. So I go into the next pocket. Okay, so this is the next pocket. Go around the main lake. This is the next pocket. I'm throwing over these docks. There's another bite.
I'm not saying you can win doing this. I have no idea. This
there's another way to get bites on a probably a tough day to get bites.
Okay, what I said was, I've got it figured out. Like if you see, I'm not even gonna cast again. I don't need to. So I'm done. I'm out. So I take off, driving down the lake. All this is the same water, okay? Same stuff. And I'm just driving down it, and I'm going, oh, wait a minute. I've hit the pockets. What if I just try like a little bit of this main lake stuff?
Main part of it, not back in the pockets. I don't care about it. We're just gonna see if we can get bit on the main part of it, not back in the pockets.
Okay? I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, but not too much. You can see maybe 25 yards of the bank I'm fishing, maybe 50 now.
You still have it? No.
There's like 4 of them, dude. Hey, there's like 4 of them. Hey, they were like 3 or 4 pounders. How about that? I'm glad she let go right behind those people. I mean, she freaking had the whole thing. Yeah, I'll take it sunny all day. Yep. Sunny and calm. This is what, like, I think I can hit this whole section. The whole section. Now I'm excited. Finally I'm excited. I was gonna hit this the other day with you, but it was so dark and nasty. Guys, a lot of bank too. Like, a lot of ends and a lot of outs. Hell yeah.
So I'm literally driving by this whole bank, not fishing any of it, knowing that that's what I'm going to hit. Like, I have no problem fishing all that stuff and not actually hitting any of it in practice. So once again, I'm always keeping my options open, right? I'm always looking at something. I'm like, you know what? This bank right here, it kind of fit that whopper plopper, that Chapo, pattern. So let's go do it. So I'm going down it. I catch a spot. I did have to find out about the rules on the spots that, they could be smaller. And you never know. Never know, man. I've been in enough of these events. You might need some small ones just to fill out a limit or something. So I'm just going down, throwing my Chapo. Once again, I know it's crazy that, yeah, I had this other feeling about all that other area, but I figured I got it all. I figured I got that down. This was like I said, my next, while I was driving down the lake, this was my next bank I saw. So I'm like, why not fish it? I always like to fish stuff in front of me sometimes, right? It was the next thing I saw. And I said, yeah, this fits this other pattern. Let's go down it. Now, I did learn some things, though.
That's over the grass. Yeah, we're throwing too shallow. Let's roll.
So once again, I roll. I roll because it's been 3 or 4 days, guys, and I can pull up on banks, and I know when I'm going to get bit. Like, I'm starting to get very, very dialed in all of a sudden. So now I'm going to drive down the lake. I pull over here. I come across the lake, and this looks different to me, so I'm going to check it out.
So that river, well, you might be able to
Once again, I'm seeing them all. Like I'm seeing fish everywhere, up shallow.
Try that. I realize it's going to go across this whole thing. Cool to get a fight.
Watch up here in front of the boat here in a little bit. Keep your eyes on the front of the boat.
Bass, that's a bass.
Up in front of the boat. Keep looking.
Freaking big. Look at it. See that big old splash?
Yeah, I see him.
Freaking is up there right after. That sun, I think, is going to change everything.
Make it better.
I think it's going to make it way better. Like, I see 3 of them right now. 4. They're not big.
Little ones
5.
everywhere.
Yeah, but there's still a bunch of them, though,
Yeah.
Gilbert. I mean, there's like freaking tons of them.
I wasn't like that earlier.
No, it wasn't like this
Look,
earlier.
there's a big one right there. Just one right over.
There's a big one? Yeah.
Pretty decent one. Look, there's a big one right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean,
That's a small one, but there's a...
and maybe it's just time of day. There's one over the grass. Like,
So once again, I'm seeing them. I see some bust. I'm not worried about getting bit. I kind of go up into this little indention right here, but it wasn't as good. So I'm like, okay, well, this other part of the lake over here, I don't think has any grass. I don't know much about this part of the lake, but I went down it. I went by a channel swing, fished it for like 45 minutes, never had a bite. I'm like, hey, okay, that's not good. So I did try something different out, but it was not good. So now I'm gonna go, back out. I'm like, I'm not even gonna spend much time in that area. So I come back out, and I pull up on this big giant grass. Like, see all that? Like, you haven't seen me fish this much grass. Once again, I kind of know what to look for. I'm kind of ruling things out, and I'm back to back on ruling things out that aren't right. I'm looking around, don't see any fish, leave out of there. Come to another place, right? Same deal. It's not as matted, but a whole bunch of grass. I fish all of it, and I really just cover a whole bunch of water. Okay? It is basically all grass in front of me, everywhere.
you want to make me go out there? I don't know if they're shallow or if they're shallow.
As you can see, I'm casting everywhere. I'm showing you all this because it's still important. I'm showing you where I'm not getting bit. Right? This big giant, I've been going for almost a half a mile. And although you can't see it, the grass is right underneath the water. Right there. And I can see everything. If you look, I'm never looking at my bait ever. I'm always just looking around. You can see so far that I'll see a fish if they're up here. Because every time I see fish, I get bit. Every time I don't see fish, I don't get bit. I don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that. So once again, I don't stay there very long. An hour and a half, and I'm out. But I wanted to give it its due diligence. So I head across the lake, and I see another pocket, right? This looks different.
Oh, crap. I didn't even see that one. 3.5 times. You can cast it.
Okay.
That's all. I'm just trying to locate it. It doesn't matter.
I don't want
Get the bite. I'm trying to figure out how to fish it.
Okay, that was important right there. I said I'm trying to figure out how to fish them. What I mean is every spot sets up different. And I'm trying to see where the fish are located at. Like, there's still a whole bunch of water in front of me. And there's not just a ton of fish. So what I'm trying to do is, do I have to throw up there 5 feet from the bank? Are they out in front of the boat docks? They're just roaming around out there. But I have to throw right on them. And I know it doesn't show it, but there's just so much water around me and they're so flat. I'm trying to figure out how they're setting up. Right? So where I see them, that's where I'm going to make my cast more during the tournament. Now I'm just going down the bank in between these pockets. I'm showing you this too because what I don't show y'all is the Chapo and how much I threw it and never got bit. Okay, so I know when to throw it and when not to, and there's very little places to throw it. The other thing is this, is the amount of times I get it hung up on eelgrass will drive you crazy. So I'm just saying that is a big deal. Now I'm back in this other pocket and I see another one.
Seeing some, but we're not getting a lot of bites. You know? Don't know.
Yep.
So once again, I'm trying to figure out, do I have to throw on them? Is it a bait thing? I'm still trying to figure out where they're all at.
That's a 6 or a 7.
I'm trying to figure out why I didn't get bit. And I was like, did I even throw on her? So now I'm going, okay, am I getting unlucky and not throwing on them, or are they just not biting and I'm seeing them? So I'm going to put on like a little KVD splash to see if it matters. I'm not sure if it does or not. I'm also still not worried about it because I have gotten bit when I see them. So I'm still just trying to locate fish. That's my main goal still right now.
Depends. Look at them all. One's just sitting right there. 2 of them. But they're just swimming all around your shad, like they're not even caring about them.
That does bother me, that I see them around a bunch of shad. There's shad like swimming right next to them, and none of them are trying to feed on them. So it's got me a little concerned right here. This is the only place I've seen it, but I'm also really not getting bit.
There you go.
Although I did just get bit there, right? And so even though I'm not getting a ton of bites, I'm thinking in my head, these are big ones. Maybe I just need 1 or 2 of the 20 I've seen, right? So now I go back down the bank again, and I'm going, this is the bank I've kind of wanted to hit for a while, but I couldn't because of the wind and things. It's right there's the bridge, the main big bridge. Once again, I go back and forth, right? I go back and forth on the Chapo. I had 2 bites going down it, both spotted bass, but I just still got bit. It's something to go off of. I still see the Chapo bite, right? It's still there. There's a definite difference between where the spots bite and where the bass bites. I will say that. So now I come by and I go down some more docks, some more grass, throwing the Chapo, still looking around. This all didn't look the same. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, I'd have to go into real big detail, but
What's that?
it didn't really have a pocket. It was just kind of a whole bunch of main lake stuff, and
Desert out here, doesn't it?
it could have gone 50-50 in my opinion here. Like, I could have seen them, but I almost never saw a fish, never got a bite. I honestly can't even remember where this was. I think it was on down from that last pocket. Like I said, this is where I wanted to show y'all. So, like, I've been meaning to, I was going to pick out one clip. Look in the water. Half the time when you go down Gunnersville, this is what you're dealing with. Leaves, eelgrass, and junk in the water. And I would say, if you notice, most of the time, sometimes you get about 25, like a quarter. See me always messing with it. I could go down this bank for a mile and maybe get 25% of my cast actually worth it, you know, because it's always getting hung up on the eelgrass and stuff. This happened all over the lake, all throughout practice. You better have nerves of steel to where you just don't throw your rod, your bait, and everything in the water. It gets so frustrating. So this is one of the problems throwing this down some of these banks. You physically can't do it. Like, it gets so frustrating, and it varies day to day. Like, because of the wind and the current and things, you could come down this bank tomorrow and it'd be clean. That happened everywhere, guys. I just can't stress that enough, that there's times you could throw it and times you couldn't. And that's it. It's getting late in the day. It's been 2 hours or so without really a bite. We've tried to do a bunch of different things, because now I already know what I'm going to go do. And that's it. That's me. That's me running in with by far the best day of practice. Not because I caught anything. I mean, I shook some fish off, but it all clicked. It all started making sense. And I'm not totally excited. And I'll say this. My next episode, I wasn't going to do it this way, but I have to explain what my thoughts are before this event. I have to go into detail about what I plan on doing. I have to go into detail about, okay, this is my game plan. I think y'all need to know this. Knowing the game plan is essential in what's going through my head. Because y'all might think, oh, he's going to go do this. I want to let y'all know what I'm going to go do. That's going to be the next episode. And then after that, it's going to be start of day one. And I promise you, really pay attention to this next episode. Because you need to have a game plan. You need to understand what you're about to go do. And then, even if you have the game plan, understanding how you're going to approach that game plan if things go differently. That's a big thing. You're going to want to watch that. I promise, guys. All right. See y'all next time on Out of the Waters.